This is Future Vibe Check. This is a very early build of an automation game that is very quirky, unique, and interesting. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump in, see what we've got in store. Alrighty, we are in. There's quite a lot happening here, and I need to explain what the sort of premise is and how the game works. There is this, like, infinite power source that comes from this gate here. I'm not really quite sure what the sort of story is, but either way, this goes over to the power generator. The power generator gives us the playable area. Now, in the playable area, we've got a couple of different elements set up. Unfortunately, there is a unskippable tutorial, which I have done my very best to try and get through, but also not, like, ruin the entire game, so hence why we are here. Effectively, we have got a gatherer. This is a resource gatherer, as you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner. This is going to gather resources. We have got a beat maker, which is going to produce our initial component, I would say. And then we have got a signal emitter, and we have got some node network blocks, music blocks, basically. Because that is kind of the whole big thing about this game, is that it is a automation game that is powered by beats, or powered by music. What do I mean by that? Well, let's have a little look. We're going to go and mine these mushrooms, because for some obscene reason we need mushrooms to power everything. The way that we mine mushrooms is by making sure that we... There we go. We click when the beat drops. I mean, literally when the beat drops, which is... I mean, fine, really. I mean, I don't mind doing it overly. I mean, it is a little bit sort of quirky, a little bit, perhaps a little bit irritating. But this is, of course, just the manual collection, and at least in the main game, you know, or in the main sort of automation loop, things are going to be slightly different. So, we've got the resource gatherer. This is going to allow us to collect mushrooms, which is fantastic. The mushrooms are going to be manually transferred, at least for now, into the beat maker, and then the beat maker is going to turn them into beats. When it gets to the signal emitter, we're going to be able to see the signal travel, and we are going to be able to create some music, and that is going to mean that it powers the resource gatherer. Yeah, it's quite a little sort of convoluted thing. And there we go. That's all the mushrooms that are coming through, which is nice. And there we go. I can put that all in there. There's a little drone that carries the resources right over to where they need to go. Anyway, so the whole point about these beats over here, we get ourselves some beats, which is nice. There's some little numbers that are popping up above here. This is karma. This is up in the top left-hand corner. This is effectively our science progress points, and I will show you what they are good for in a little bit. But we can also build... We can also build some different buildings. For example, we can build conveyor belts. We can build these belts which carry flow. I don't think we can use it to move the output of the mushroom factory, but I guess we'll try. Okay, there we go. A little setup. We'll throw the mushrooms in there manually. We'll see. Is that going to allow us to sort of automate the entire mushroom collection process? I'm just not sure where the resource gatherer actually outputs. That's the real question. But either, yeah, I think it just outputs to my person, which is a little bit annoying, more so than anything else. Doesn't look like it immediately goes onto the belt. Either way, that doesn't particularly matter. Let's go and have a little look at the computer. This is where the research tech tree is going to be found, and you can see that we've got the enter flow. This is going to allow me to get the conveyor belts. We've got the automated gathering, and now I have got a task up in the top right-hand corner, the moods of the vibe. Unlock the music makers at the computer. That is going to cost me 35 karma. I have got 71, which is great. We're going to get the beat maker, the music maker, the vibe node, the signal emitter, the key item recipe, the melody, the rhythm, and a 4-beat recipe. There's quite a lot to unpack there. Interesting sort of visual sort of style and change. We have become enlightened. There's a DJ Otter. I really do not like games that do not allow a skippable tutorial, and this is one of the most egregious, I think, very unfortunately. Maybe there is some way that I can skip it. There is a demo available right now, so you should check it out if this is indeed your vibe. Pun very much intended. Okay, so we need to collect the resources manually. That's fine. Place a music maker to craft better items. So a beat maker is that. We do not need a beat maker. We need a music maker. This is brand new. Cool. Right, let's place that down. Let's have a little look at what we've got inside. We can play some key items, create key items at your music maker, and give them to your signal emitter. Okay, that's fine. We need any beat item. So any beat item would be something that we produce at the beat maker. Now, what do we require for a 4-beat recipe? A 3-beat recipe is literally just 3 mushrooms. What I mean by 3-beat recipe, by the way, is that we have got 3 beats that are triggered after the signal emitter is triggered. Place a total of 4 vibe nodes. Yeah, so let's see if we can try and make an additional vibe node. Make an additional vibe node over there. Brilliant. And what we need to do, thank you. Yep. What we can do is we can use wires in order to connect up the different nodes here, right? However, if, for example, I was to deposit the mushrooms into the beat maker and just make the 3-beat variant, you can see the beat will run out before it arrives at the 4th. So as you can see, there's too few beats, which is definitely something that we would, probably like to avoid, I would suggest. So that's, yeah, in fact, what we'll try and do. Right, let's see if I can collect a few more resources, which is kind of nice. Now, understandably, the premise is a little bit funky. I mean, I'm more of a sort of hardcore factory builder. The premise is very funky, I would say. Does it work? I think at the moment, you're probably not seeing the fully realized view of the developers. And I think at the moment, just sort of mining away and, thunking away is all good and well. But once we have a sort of automated setup where we're automatically playing beats, and, I should point out that we've got the signal emitter here, we unlock 2 beats by default, and so I can choose whatever beat I want to have here. You can see the length of the network, by the way. The length is 3.5 beats. We got 4 nodes, but I can choose to play the plucked cello, or I can use the snare drum, which is what I've been using thus far. We get a percussion and a melodic instrument at the very start of the game. That's kind of like this setup over here, which is a little bit funky, and it looks like, we can switch the instruments if we want to. So I could go for bells, as my melodic instrument, or my harp, or maybe we'll go for a trumpet. What the heck? We'll go for a trumpet, and then you see, there's quite a lot of stuff here. We'll do claps and trumpets. I'm all in on claps and trumpets now. That is going to be quite amusing, I think. Let's do trumpet. Okay. I've got myself a few more mushrooms. Let's see if we can try and make a 4-beat recipe. There we go. See if that allows us to utilize everything now. Is that the most intolerable sound that you've ever heard? I think it's up there, if it's not, like, immediately it. Right, let's get some more mushrooms into here. That is good. This is not intolerable. I will happily do that. Right, so I need to be adjusting the length across the network. Now we have got ourselves a 3-beat 4-node network, which I think is kind of nice. We'll take from here, we'll deposit directly into there, which is beautiful. Right, unlock the smelter by devoting the right resources at the computer. There we go. Look at that. So I feel like that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Right, what do I need to craft here? Oh, I can craft a melody item. Any beat item will allow me to unlock the key stuff. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's do that right now. Means that I just need to disconnect this here. We need to get more mushrooms into the system. I need to pick up the beat item, and we need to throw the beat item into here. What the heck is that? Oh, it's the key music item. Amazing. Right, now afterwards, we can reconnect this in here, which is good. And then we will put our key signal item right into the signal emitter. Brilliant. That's good. And I think crucially is that did that give us more karma points? I think that gave us more karma points, which is kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Okay, let's see if I can try and automate this. It looks like there's a sort of a flow belt input here. Let's see if we can try and automate a little bit more of this setup so that we can enable some further optimizations. Okay, there we go. Did the objective, have reworked the factory a little bit, which is fine. You'll need pitch crystals to make melody items. That's okay. We'll spread our gatherers and we will indeed deal with that. Yeah, this gathering operation is not fantastic. Not gonna lie, I don't like what's happening. Let's throw all of my mushrooms in here. This is gonna make a 3-beat recipe. There's no point in putting more in. I'm also not a huge fan of the fact that my my belt system is just not gonna work here. Apparently, that's not ideal. There we go. That's something that will surely work. There we go. Okay. So that's good at least. Beautiful. Okay, so this is gonna give us a pretty consistent income of karma, which is really, really nice. I wonder if I can have a little look at the research tech tree. Split and merge, that is without a doubt absolutely essential for me. A launcher, interesting. What I really want is some better form of like automated gathering, I think. I will get the splitter. That's fine. Brilliant. Play melody music maker. Play melody music items made at your music maker and unlock the smelter. Okay, well, we'll get the smelter as well. I think we can do that right now, right? It's only going to take me 35 karma, so that's pretty easy. That's going to unlock the smelter, the mycelium network, quartz, and a wire recipe, which is good because the wire recipe is... I mean, I've only got a few bits of wire left, and they were sort of coming along. They came along in the tutorial, which is fine. Right, more of these, please. Brilliant. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. I mean, it's not fully automated because I still need to occasionally faff around with updating the resources inside, but that's fine. Right, smelter, it's going to cost me... Oh yeah, basically all of the buildings cost karma to place down, which is no big deal, honestly. It's totally fine. Excellent. I can refine stuff, which is exactly what I would like to do. What would we like to make? We can make wire, quartz, and mycelium network. Okay. And also stone blocks. Cool. We need to unlock power generators by devoting the right resources to the computer. I suspect that I'm going to be able to unlock power networks. Power generator? Power generator, is that it? That's it? That's it, I think. It says power networks, but it's spread the vibe. Okay, well, throw in some karma there. We've got storage, chord notes, 12-beat item. That is obviously what we are after. A choose note, a mute node, a lead item. Okay, all right. There's options here. The ability to craft a 6-beat item. Okay. I also can use the splitters now as well, which I am very interested in doing. Yeah, where do you output? Where do you output? I really wish that I could figure out how that sort of worked. Let's throw you in there. We're going to get a merger, and this merger is going to put everything on a single track for us, which is nice. Let's move you here. Where are you? Beatmaker. That's the one. So Beatmaker can go over there and throw in can't craft, unblock obstacle outside. Is that not count as an obstacle, I suppose? Okay, well, that's fine. We'll do that. Right, Beatmaker, brilliant. Throw in a few of them just to give it a test. That does not look like it's working. Why is that not working? Do we need flow underneath? Ah, there we go. Okay, fixed it. I think this belt just needed to be going straight ahead, which is totally fine. I've got 4-beat items here. We'll output them sort of manually as we go. That's fine. Right, a melody music item made at the music maker. This is going to require me to get some quartz, which I will do. And the quartz was down here. There is power. There's these power nodes, which we can connect up with power with power wires, which is fine. Do I have the ability to make a power generator yet? No, I've not got the spread the vibe. I hadn't unlocked that. It requires another little hold down thing to unlock. Either way, that's fine. We can now give ourselves some power generators. And also over here as well, apparently. This is some stone blocks that I think we're going to be able to extract. Right, power generator requires wire and a bit of karma. Let's place that there, I suppose. Sure. Okay, we've... Root chakra. I have absolutely no idea what that means. I'm also not really entirely sure what the gate is for. There is some sort of connection to the infinite here, which is the source of all of our power. From what I've learnt, I don't think that any of my conversation options actually make a difference at all to what is happening, which may very well change in non-alpha versions of the game. But for now, just let me play. Just let me play. Place another signal emitter in a powered area to grow your musical network. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is I think what... There we go. That's looking good. This is, I think, what we are looking for. We're looking for a system which is going to allow us to play multiple beats together. Right. Let's... Oh, there is an output. There is an output to the... There is an output. It's just very difficult to see. Let's connect up the power wire over there. Sure. We'll get a resource gatherer. Yeah. There's definitely... Okay. Resource gatherer there. There is perhaps no music within range. Let's move it to like here then. How about that? Okay. This is the system that I have come up with. I think it's working. It's working as it should. We are transforming... I mean, we basically have 4 beat recipes. I've moved the location of my music blocks because they need to be within range of this system over here. Which... I think is working as it should. We're getting plenty of resources coming through. It's just not consistent quite yet. That's the vibe, but we're giving ourselves 4 nodes, which is quite nice. Okay, I need to play a melody music item made at the music maker, and we need to place another signal emitter. That's cool. Right, so let's go for... we'll do our signal emitter first. That is going to require a different bit of kit. Oh, okay, cool, great. We'll worry about that in just a second. Okay. Well, we've played our instrument consistently using automation. I don't think that was supposed to be... Okay, great. I don't think that was supposed to be as it was, but that's fine. As I say, this is quite overwhelming for somebody who really has no idea about music. Don't get me wrong, I've played a few instruments in my time, and, you know, I know my way around a sheet of music. But it's quite a complicated factory builder, just in terms of the way that it works. Okay, let's place ourselves a vibe node, and let's do it. Actually, let's do it up here. I should be doing it up this way. Right. Delete you. Delete this and replace it. Yeah. So signal emitter is gonna be over here. This is the trumpet. Yeah, no network, no vibe node, I know. So an audio wire, we want to go to here, and then into here, and then, I mean, we want to have a melody item, so we want quartz, and then the key item recipe, which we can just, it turns out, counts as a beat item just in and of itself. That's fine. Okay, so what I really need to do is I need to get this set up. I need to get some claps going on over here. I mean, we can... What the heck? What the heck is this? Right. Okay, so we kind of like need to harmonize in order to get the crystal to pop. That's actually kind of cool. You know what? I'm vibing with that. I am massively vibing with that. Okay. So, if this is going to be our Mushroom Kingdom sort of stuff, maybe I should bring my new network down here and get it set up around the quartz resonance frequency. Yeah, let's see if we can try and do that. And I'll get this doing the trumpet melody. That's what I think I'll do. So we'll get the signal emitter like here. We'll get the vibe nodes here, 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 and here. This is obviously going to feed... It's going to feed the system somehow, but we're also going to need to get some mushrooms coming down this way. But the good news is that basically all of the musical vibes, they feed into all of these things. Like, there's no, like, limit or anything like that. So, this is good. We're at capacity now. This is working the way that it should, which fills me with confidence. This is looking good. Okay, so the music maker we have coming through here. Yeah, I know that I'm not standing on the world. Let's reposition this ever so slightly. Signal emitter over to here. Great. Okay, so we need a music maker which is going to process... In the first instance, we need a music maker that is going to process the output from here. Yeah, that's fine. Output from there. Over to here. Good. Yep. And down. Happy days. We'll do a corner piece as well, because that doesn't like to connect, apparently. Good. And then a corner piece in there. Right. Did we get an output? There we go. Beautiful. So, you make... Oh, we need to actually put it into a beat maker first. Yep, my bad. My bad. Okay, so beat maker first. 4-beat recipe, because I think it's just better. I don't know why, but it just feels better. That is embarrassing. Just because it's not lined up. Do I particularly care? No. No, I don't. We'll make it work. Okay, the placing multiple belts at a time does not work. That's fine, though. Okay, then this needs to be outputting a melody combo. So we'll take that up for now. You are going to output over here. So flow over to this area. Great. Make sure that we don't place multiple things at once. And then we need to, like, link everything up, right? So connect wire, start audio wire, connect there. Need more wires? That's fine. I can go and build some more wires. Copper wires are literally just copper ore, which I need to mine manually over here. I mean, I can automate the process of this if I want to. Do I care to do so? I do not think I do. And we're smelting away. We're nabbing our wires, which is very, very nice. Wires can be used for both power, you know, to link up the power connections and also to link up the sort of audio connections, which is good. Okay, so that is our second system. That is 3.5 beats. I can go to 4. So I can establish a little bit more length over here. There we go. That's a 4-beat network now. That's looking pretty good. So, let's come straight down into there. Great. And you need to be collecting quartz. I can manually put some quartz in here for now, just so that we get the ball rolling. But I can also... It's so bad. It's so bad. The music just sounds awful. The music just sounds horrific. But at least the trumpet is it's kind of cool, though. It's kind of cool. It's definitely an acquired taste. Yeah. I'm not overly sure, to be honest. There we go. Get that turned way down. Thank you. I do not need any more trumpets. I have absolutely no idea what any of this stuff means. The scales, the minor, the major. We can unlock a new instrument, apparently, at the percussion shrine. So that was this area that I was chatting about earlier. There we go. So we can unlock the glockenspiel, the acoustic kick. I mean, world is your oyster, really. The maracas. Let's get the maracas. Sure, let's do it. Okay, we've discovered a new chakra. Which I don't really understand, to be honest. The good news is, though, I am vibing. I am definitely vibing. I am really vibing, which is great. Oh, bummer. This network has stopped working. That is a bit of a shame. Let's get 2 more harvesters. There we go. 2 more harvesters, which will do for now, I think. And we'll just give this whole process a little bit of a kickstart with the... There we go. That should do, actually. Yeah, give it a little kickstart with the crystals that we've got there, which is grand. I may need to get an additional resource gatherer over here, which I'll do. Can't see the output when you rotate the building around. That's a little bit annoying. Okay. You know, it's kind of vibey. It's kind of vibey. I am definitely vibing. I am definitely vibing. Play a melodic pattern at 3 beats. Am I not doing a melodic pattern? Is this not a melodic... I mean, why don't we try a rhythm? Build a network that is exactly 4 beats long with 6 nodes in total. Okay, well, I'll take that as a... I'll take that as a challenge. We can also definitely split this melodic tone out as well. We need a little bit more. We need a little bit more wire. That's fine. I'll go and get some more wire. Right. Here's what we're gonna do. Gonna put down another power generator over here. Is that maxed? Can we take from there to there? Start power cable. Connect power cable. There we go. Okay. So, let's stop this cacophony. And it is a cacophony. We're going to get a splitter. Splitter is going to come in here. We're going to flip around. There we go. Brilliant. The trumpet is back on. Okay, again, I've not learned my lesson clearly because placing multiple belts at once does not work. But we've got a melodic tune, which is fine. And the next thing is going to be getting a signal emitter here. And then we want to build a network that has exactly 4 beats long with 6 nodes. Let's see if we can try and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I should have the wire. Let's connect this whole system together first before we experiment. Right, how long's this? 3.5 beats. So we need a little bit longer. How long's that now? 3.7? A little bit longer. There we go. Looking good. I mean, this kind of feels like a bit of a sort of schizophrenic nightmare. I mean, I feel like the big problem is the trumpet more than anything else. But I mean, it's vibing. We're definitely vibing. It's not much though, to be honest. It feels like it's definitely a challenge. What do you need? You need more resources or something? No, I think this is fine. It's looking good. The trumpet is only sporadically firing, which is a little bit of a problem. Yeah, the big problem is that our current melody item is just not... Okay, you know what? Stop. Yeah, we need to do signal emitter here. Signal emitter there. That's fine. Start, connect that up. Great. It's 4 beats, 4 length, etc. And then what I need to do is I need to have 2 music makers. I need to have a music maker that is in position here, and I need to have a music maker that is in position like here. Yeah. Yeah, like there, actually. And then we need to split. We need to split like so. Yep. And then the flow needs to just work together. It's really difficult to, like, place buildings in this game. Place belts especially. Like, I feel like half of the screen is obscured when I'm trying to, like, just place the basic belts. But hey ho. Right, let's get this sort of set up properly, which shouldn't take too long. It will mean that I need to get a little bit of it. I've not learned my lesson, although that did actually work that time. Let's get ourselves an additional power generator here. The power generator will... Do I don't have enough wires? Ugh, I don't have enough wires. The power generator will allow me to... Oh, there we go. Power generator will... Can I connect directly to the portal thing? No. Too far away? Connect to this one down here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so that's going to come through there. I'm going to need to unlock the launcher, which is going to be kind of fun. I've got 5,000... I've got 5,000 karma. That is a vibe. Okay, enlightened. We've got the launcher. That's great. So, next thing that I want to do is get a splitter here. And then, yeah, so we want to get a splitter there, which is great. Up here, up here. I want to come along this way, but I want this route to be the Vibe launcher. So we want to launch over here. There we go. So, fingers crossed, it will launch into there like so. Great, that works exactly as I anticipated, which is always nice. That's going to launch right over there. This is going to come down here, and that is going to power the... That's going to power the maracas. And then you're going to come around this way, and you're going to power the trumpet. And the hellish trumpet noise has begun yet again. There we go. Just what I always wanted. Beautiful. Although it does now work, right? It now all works 100%, I think. You need to be on melody. You are not in the right orientation there. Okay, good. I'm going to change this trumpet. I've had enough of this trumpet, to be brutally honest. I do not care about the trumpet anymore. A banjo? A harp? A trombone? The short trombone, sure. Let's switch. Where's the... Hold the instrument to swap. But I don't want to swap. I'm fine with the claps. I'm very fine with the claps. We need to swap the... We need to swap this. Tuba. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So we should now have a tuba as opposed to a trumpet. Which is going to be vaguely more bearable, I hope. I take it back, perhaps. I take it back. Right, why is this not working? Let's get this fixed. Okay, this is the full whack. This is everything. It's all of it combined. You know what? I've heard worse. I have legitimately heard worse. It could genuinely be a heck of a lot better, but I have heard a lot worse. And we're making loads of karma, and you know what? When it all comes together, it's not terrible. And I've chosen, you know, claps, maracas, and a tuba. Hardly the most sort of synergizing combo, and yet I don't hate this. I feel like it could be a lot better, but it could be a heck of a lot worse. Anyway, right, I think we're gonna wrap things up like right about there. Go and check out the demo if indeed you are interested. I think it's probably safe to say that this is. It's a vibe. It's a vibe for some people. A synth factory. Interested in checking that out. Storage. I mean, I can literally do all of this sort of stuff. Let's do it. Let's check out the synth factory before we wrap things up. But as we sort of get to that point, it's like, is it a recommendation? A microphone tower? Is it a recommendation? I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested in the concept. I really am. I think it's a bold choice to combine music and factory building. Towers shoot items in a player's storage. Okay, cool. We got ammo in a factory. Yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste. I do not really understand much about music, as I'm sure you can probably hear by the cacophony of noise in the background, right? But ooh. I don't know the difference, to be honest. A synth factory. What the heck does this mean? I have absolutely no idea what this means. Yep, literally no idea. Literally no idea. This is a very musical thing. Do I need to connect it up? I have no idea. No idea what I need to do. Look, here's the thing, ladies and gents. I think if it's your thing, you'll probably know that it's your thing. Is it my thing? I would say, unfortunately, probably not. I think it's a really good concept. I think we absolutely need to have more interesting factory builders, and I think this is definitely trying to be one. Is it for me? No, it's just too complicated. I am not a musical individual. I'm not really interested in music, but man, do I applaud the effort. I do. That clapping you can hear in the background, that is me applauding the effort, that's for sure. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I have been Orbital Potato. This has been Future Vibe Check. You can check out the demo. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. But for now, and from me, I'll catch you next time. Bye.